Ooh. What was that? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is actually at the end of a video that I did my outro, because I've got a real strong suspicion that every time I do an intro, especially here lately, it just adds to my problem of not catching any fish, because I'm already fighting with hot temps, hot water temps, fish being out deeper, and yeah, summer just sucks. So anytime I've made an intro, it kind of screws up the trip, so I didn't make one. So anyway, on to the point. Just got out real late this afternoon, just hit a couple of spots and figured I would see if there was any panfish moving around in these creeks, getting more lively, getting off beds or still on beds, and kind of found a couple of crappie in the first spot we go to, and then got on a couple of bluegill on beds right here at the crappie spot that we fish a lot during the fall and winter. So anyway, on with the video. Okay, here. What we're starting out with, just a little mule fish in 1.2. I got that rig kind of janky, but I was originally planning on carp fishing this little pocket right here, but I left, well, actually I didn't leave. I didn't have all of my carp bait with me, so didn't bother mixing it up. I mean, I could have mixed up just some oats, but I don't like doing that. So we're just going to mess around with this little pocket here and work our way around to the bridge up there and see if we can catch anything in about an hour. Well, so much for that spot. I broke it off. You know, the upper end of this creek, I never really do all that good in it. I may pull around and come in from that side at some point, but I don't know. But I didn't think nothing about it. Like, all of this right here is TVA land. It's like, why am I parking over there along the road in the way of cars when I can just come down here and park and be out of everybody's way? The game warden just pulled by. I was kind of expecting him to stop, but he didn't. I mean, I'm not going to complain either way. I ain't got shit else to hide. That sounded good. Pretty sure your boat ain't supposed to make that racket when you cross the bridge. Hey, we got one. That came out of nowhere, and it got off. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Gotcha. Hey, are you what I think you are? Yes, you are. Don't flop, don't flop, don't flop. Whew. That was perfect timing. One little crappie, and your tail's kind of jacked up, but it's not like it's spawned or something. Pretty fish, I'll definitely take you. Because fishing in July has sucked, like hardcore. Hey, I think I may be onto something. I might be onto something. Chill. Chill, 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 chill. Even bigger crappie. Basically same spot. I'll just screenshot my other one. I'll get you back. Phew. I should have brought my bait rag down here to wipe some of this slime off, but I didn't. I actually had another hit right before that one actually connected, but it was a no-go. What was that? Ah, it's our buddy old pal, the drumfish. I'll take a drum. Well, I really right now, considering how desperate I am to catch fish and get some content out, I'll take any fish. Alright, homeboy, you can chill out for a second. I'm not going to keep you. I can tell there's a ton of shad out here right now, because all these, y'all probably can't see them, but all these little ripples out here are shad. We got something with some size there. What it is? I got line underneath my reel, but I'll take care of it in a minute. Big old gill. I kind of think that there's some beds along this bank because there kind of looks like something right here in front of this rock. I just can't really tell. All right now. Yeah, that Berkeley gulp is shot, so. They could have some beds along these rocks. I mean, this whole bank goes down several feet. It's probably another 4 or 5 feet down. But this whole bank right here is nothing but rocks. So there could be some bluegill beds along them. But I know along the lower edge of that, is that a fish? I know along the lower edge of these rocks, it's like a sandy, muddy bottom. Fish. What she is? Hey. It was a little crappie. Well. That sucked. I would have liked to get hands on that one so I could count it, but it is what it is. Yeah, something else here away from the rocks. It would be greatly appreciated. Another big old gill. I may have to look on my photographs and see if you're the same one I caught a while ago. But either way, we got hands on. So if you flop out, which you didn't. Alright, well, for whatever reason, my camera decided to die with 20% left on the battery, which is getting very, very annoying. But it is what it is. It's with a new battery, too. Like, new battery, not one of my old ones that I've had for 2 years. Fish. Every time I hook into something over there, it feels like I'm hung on a rock. Are you the same one I just caught a few minutes ago? No, I don't think you are. You're a little bit smaller. But you do have the same little patterns on your side. So you do look a little bit familiar. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to turn this into a short little video after all. Because I have been at I've been on a rush of scrapping videos. God. Palms are so freaking sweaty. My freaking handle, I just about can't hold on to it. Oh crap, that was another fish. So that's what's aggravating is I've been hit several times over there and lost the fish. But like I said, there's so many rocks, it's kind of hard to tell what's what. Got a couple guys just across from me, well, around the corner there, I don't know, on the side of the bridge, are fly fishing for bluegill, because there are a couple coming up to the surface and popping little flies and bugs and stuff like that. Got you. Got you that time. It's got to be some beds over there, because it's another just slob of a bluegill. Chill out, home fry. That's a pretty fish. You know what? I just thought of something. And Berkeley probably won't ever see this, but it would be cool if Berkeley made a gulp crawl in a 1 inch or 1.5 inch size. That would be quite the awesome thing. Oh, this one feels pretty nice. That one is pretty nice. You circled around and double hooked yourself. I'm convinced that there's a bed over there, or beds. Alright, it just rolled over at 8 p.m. I'm going to give it just a few more minutes and then probably call her quits. Had some nibbling it there, but didn't commit to it. And that Berkeley gulp was getting chewed up. And I guess I could go over the rod and reel that I'm using before I forget. This is a Daiwa Presso. It's a 6.6 2-piece fast ultralight. Split grip design, super comfortable. Got it paired up with a Daiwa Revros LT1000, and just got some cheap 4-pound mono on there, which I'm probably going to change out, or at least take some of this off, because it's got some pretty bad memory to it. But just using a little 1/32 ounce fly tying jig off of Amazon and some Berkeley gulps. I won't ever go fishing without some Berkeley gulps. It's debatable on whether Berkeley gulps are better than live bait. I mean, they're not better than live bait, let's say that, but there's been times where I didn't have live bait and Berkeley gulp did me right. Are you serious? Snag and break off on the first cast after snagging and breaking off. Ooh, that was a rather large carp. And I don't have carp bait with me. Snagging and breaking off, which sucks in itself, but yeah, snagging and breaking off, or breaking off after retying on the first cast. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Well, I did come in contact with that one, but it's back, so yay, caught a fish. And I apologize if I don't sound very enthusiastic, but it's this whole summer heat bullcrap and not catching anything for, or hardly anything for almost 3 weeks. It drains the motivation from you. Ooh. What was that? Ah. Another drum bud, just a little bit bigger. That one was mighty scrappy. You know, well, I tried to release that one a little bit more gracefully and get a picture of it, but it had other plans. I drank the the drag way too loose right there at the beginning of that, but that would make for a good teaser clip. But yeah, it's been a pretty dang slow day. I started out at another spot and came here and thought I found some fish on beds at the first spot, but I don't think it was really. But it's kind of weird. Like, it doesn't make sense for any of the fish to be, well, besides catfish, they're coming off of spawn if they're not already off spawn, but the bluegill and stuff like that, if y'all seen in a couple, well, it's been a couple months ago now, where I found a bunch of them on beds underneath the bridge. Well, they were spawning then. Here it is going on middle of July, and they're spawning again. Like, I'm seeing them on beds in a bunch of places, and they're just being real finicky about biting. But every time I have found, you know, bluegill, crappie, and occasionally some smallmouth beds, there's been a few of those. Yeah, this late, it's all been around sandy, rocky bottoms, kind of like this right here. It just helps protect their eggs and beds and all that just a little bit better. Downside is a lot more places to snag and break off. Oh, dang it. I actually need to be leaving, but it's kind of hard to pass up finding fish on beds. Like, we've been here for about 30 minutes and caught these handful just right in the same spot. But fishing sucked so bad in the last month, it's kind of hard to get away from fish when you find them. And by golly, I'm coming back up here in a couple of days with carp bait or some cat rods or something. Probably carp rods, because there's all kinds of bubble trails just going back and forth along this bank. Because if you've seen in my older videos, like during the winter, you can walk probably 20-30 foot out before you actually get to any deeper water. And I guess it would help if I held on to my line while I'm trying to cast. But you can go a ways out right here and it just drops off. It doesn't get like super deep, but it does get a little bit deeper. Well, it's already late enough and I'm tired of snagging off and breaking, so we're going to pack her up and we'll see you back at the vehicle here in just a little bit. Whew, dang it, YouTube, it is freaking hot. Even at like almost 9 o'clock, it's like in the low 90s. Not as like humid as it was earlier, but it's still hot. The end of summer cannot get here any quicker. But I'm glad to finally get a couple of fish so that I can kind of scrounge together a video, and still kind of surprised to see these fish bedding like this late in the year. Like, I don't know how many times bluegill and red breast and stuff like that spawn throughout the year, but apparently it's twice or more, because a couple of months ago found them on bed at another location not real far from here, and there was a lot of them. Went back the next day and they were gone. They hadn't been seen since, at least not in those numbers. But came up here to the little bridge where we do a lot of crappie fishing during the winter, and hadn't fished it a lot here lately just because it's been so hot. Hadn't had any luck anywhere, but found a couple along the rocks, and I'm assuming they were on beds because I saw what, you know, appeared to be beds real close to the water line. And we caught a couple of decent fish. I mean, we didn't get skunked, that's all that matters. So anyway, I'm gonna get home and old yeller this shirt, no pun intended since it's a yellow shirt. And we'll see you in the next video.